The Bible is a godless book of fiction lies. Many of you may know that this book is claimed to be the word of a god, but it's not. It's a word of men. The very words in it demonstrate a limited understanding about life, divine truth, reality, cosmology, history, factual truth, human geography and genealogy, and everything else. These characters in them are not our ancestors. They're fictional. The God is not real. He's against the real idea of God, our gods that created us. The problem with most people is they're deceived. You believe shit like this actually happened? It's fiction. The wording of it doesn't tell us anything at all other than stories. And this is not opinion, this is absolute fact. You believe characters like this formed the nations? Characters like these? You're deceiving yourselves. Terribly. This did not happen either. This is a fictional story. And these genealogies, though in the mythical world was accurate, but in the real world they're not. You guys believe shit like this actually happened? This stuff never happened. Stuff like this? You guys can't lie your way out of this. You guys can't just spread opinion after opinion after opinion. All of these characters early on, from this all the way to the time of David, or really from the creation story with the God's birth, Yahweh's birth to David, is fictional and came after David. The earliest person in your mythology of the Hebraic cults is David, and not everything about him in Solomon is accurate. Nothing about him is accurate. Well, actually, nothing about him is accurate, but a lot of things about him are not accurate. There was a king named David, and he did have a kingdom, but it wasn't as big as what the Bible, or really the Jewish myths via 1st and 2nd Samuel say. There probably was a guy named Saul, but he was nothing like it was portrayed in the Bible. The only time these events actually get correct is when we come to like things like the 1st and 2nd Kings, later parts of Chronicles, the prophets partially because of their historical accounts, but the God doesn't exist and the miracles are fake. The book of Daniel is completely in question and is fictional. The Psalms are just poetic moral stories and metaphors for a deity in people's lives. Isaiah is mythical as well as pseudo-historical. Jeremiah 2, Ezekiel, Daniel is completely made up. I mean, the 70 weeks are fictional, or 77 weeks, should I say. The portrayal of Nebuchadnezzar is not accurate either. And many, many other things. None of you here can actually even make an argument. Events like this, like the Exodus, never happened. It's fictional. All proof shows it's fictional. There's nothing in Egyptian history, or in Middle Eastern Canaanite history, or in Mesopotamian history that substantiates that, and all of it goes against it and proves it's false. So you fools are complete bullshit liars who don't know shit. Plain and simple. You guys can't believe shit like this actually happened. Things like a flood? The flood of Noah is fictional. It's based off earlier flood stories that are real. But this one's story is not. There's no argument. Do your research on the internet. All this stuff, my niggas, is just complete bullshit. Things like the Earth being 6,000 and less than years old is complete bullshit. And false. The way creation began is also bullshit and false. The claim that the Earth is flat is also bullshit and false, which this book exuberates. The idea that bats are birds also is false. You guys can't sacrifice truth and reality and an idea of God and real faith for a false faith that you guys have been brainwashed with for the last 2,000 years because of a particular idea that's deceived you. Especially from a book like this that you guys can't even read properly or understand rightly. You guys don't know any Holy Spirit, and you guys don't know any God, or any truth, or any reality. It's plain and simple. Everyone of every single race has been deceived. The original Jews were in fact Gentiles, and came from us, not the other way around. But besides all that, the shit in here are just fiction. Pure fiction. Nothing stood still. Like this, the sun never stood still, ever in life. This is a fictitious mythical account by the ancient Hebrews as propaganda in the late Antiquity era during the Bronze Age. Not the Bronze Age, but the Iron Age, really. There's nothing in Canaanite history, or in Egyptian history, or even in archaeological finds in Jericho, or in Ai, or in Megiddo or Gaza that substantiates this. Every time those cities were destroyed, they were either by local Canaanites, who were Gentiles, by people of Assyria, or from people of Egypt, or invading Arabs from the south. Despite all this, everything else you guys have been told is crap. So to top it all off, this entire video shows that this book and the mythology that created this is a complete lie. And all you people out there who believe this, you've been lied to. Wake up. Have a great life. God bless.